So could it be that my mother, um, who's of mixed race,
Okay.
and because I was thinking about this when you asked me, am I, have I been programmed or conditioned
Yes, sir.
to go after a certain thing? If my mother, who is a lighter skinned mixed woman, if that was my example as a matriarch, and even in her mother being of another race, and on my father's side, his mother had been, as we all know, because, and then as we go down our lineage, we all will be mixed with something. And I know as a, Pan-Africans, there's an idea of holding on to the diaspora.
Yes, sir.
But the African American, and which is a whole different classification, a black person in America is mixed
Okay.
with everything.
Right.
So for anyone to say,
But those mixtures does not take away from the fact you're still African.
100%,
Because we're the strongest DNA.
100%. So if people say, again, because you said you got a lot of this ideology because you look and see what you came from your
Yes.
mother.
Yes.
So if
Yes.
I look at my mother looks and has the complexion of a look that is maybe similar to a lot of the mothers of my children.
Okay.
There's been a lot of conversations where they talk about my mother and Mariah.
Okay. Do they look similar?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
They look like they cut from the same cloth.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And in various, if we're just talking about complexionism, psychologically, do you think that maybe is that more of the reason?
It
That I'm
definitely
drawn
plays a
to-
role. Because I was going to ask you
Yeah.
earlier in this conversation, do you feel that your mother or grandmother
Right.
could have influenced your taste in women?
Right.
Because our mothers do influence us,
Yeah.
right? Because my mother happens to be my complexion.
Right.
In fact, I look more like my mother than any of her other 6 children.
Okay.
Okay, so this is Nick Cannon's mom. Now, in my opinion, she don't look mixed, and she don't look like Mariah, and she don't look like nothing but a black woman, which is nothing wrong with that, right? It's good. But she looks like a pure breed, brown skinned black woman. Now, y'all can tell me if this woman looks mixed in the comments, but she doesn't look mixed. She looks like a black woman, a brown skinned, black woman. Because in this interview, Nick Cannon's given every excuse to why most of his baby mamas look like this. Or he's trying to give like every excuse in the book as to why most of his baby mamas are not black. These are it looks like Hispanic and white, Hispanic white. They don't look like pure breed black women. So he's trying to give in this interview, like he gave like at least four excuses to why he's impregnating everything but black women. And just it looks like that's how black men are moving. Even in this interview, Umar explains, hey, black men are dating interracially more than every other group of men in America, and like this is obviously not a coincidence, right? And Nick Cannon is trying to give like every little excuse. Well, he's trying to say, oh well, my mom is a mixed woman, so that's why I'm going after all these non-black women. But like, it's just not. It's just, I mean, all right. I mean, that's the excuse you're gonna use. But then Umar is saying, hey, you're doing it, and a bunch of these other black celebs are doing it at a very high rate. This can't be a coincidence. What's going on? And I agree. It seems like all these men are simply just, going out of the race mostly and just chasing all these women and just that aren't black. And it doesn't seem like a coincidence. It seems like it's on purpose. It seems like nobody wants to just say out loud, hey, he doesn't want to be near any blackness. He doesn't want a black woman, he wants to give his resources, his money to non-black women, doesn't want to build his community, doesn't really want to do none of that. He got rich and, this is what he wants to do. Like all these other kind of douchey celebrities. I'm not saying Nick Cannon's a douche. I actually like Nick Cannon, but I mean, the proof is in the pudding. This is what y'all are doing. And it's very much everyone's noticing it. So in this interview, he gives a lot of excuses, and like I just showed y'all, this looks like a black woman to me. Like this looks like a full pure breed put a stamp on it, homemade black woman. So like, it's like, if you're going to use the mom excuse, wouldn't you just be dating more women that look like, you know, pure, not mixed at all black women? Like, and by the way, the women I just showed y'all, none of them look as close to any black woman I've seen. They all look like white Hispanics, or like just Hispanic, or like anything but black. You know, this looks like a black woman to me. Tell me if my eyes are deceiving me, but this looks like a pure black woman, even if she is mixed. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he's using a lot of excuses in this video, and it gets bad and bad and bad. It gets worse and worse and worse. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I very much want to know how you guys like feel about this and like the excuses that he's using. And even Dr. Umar had to push back and say, hey, yeah, you know, as African Americans, black people in America, yeah, we're mixed with a lot of things because we were taken from, you know, Africa, but it doesn't negate your blackness, right? Like, you can look at me and you see a black guy. You don't see a white Hispanic guy or a Hispanic guy. You see a pure black guy, right? Because I'm mostly black, right? So even in this interview, Dr. Umar does give some pushback. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. Tell me if my eyes are deceiving me.